Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'll be showing you the fingerprint sensor on the Sony Xperia X. Now, as compared to traditional phones like for instance the OnePlus 3 where you have the fingerprint sensor at the bottom, or for instance something like the HTC 10 which also has a fingerprint sensor at the bottom, or something like for instance the Huawei P9 which has the fingerprint sensor at the back of the phone just underneath the camera, whereas on the Sony Xperia X it is actually inside this power button which is located on the right hand side. So the fingerprint sensor is actually built in, and I find this very convenient, very easy to use. Don't get me wrong, the ones on phones like OnePlus 3 or the HTC 10 are very easy and convenient to use as well. However, I find this one a bit more untraditional, still convenient, and a brilliant idea by Sony. So if you hold your phone like this in your right hand, you should be able to open this up with your thumb straight away, just like that, by putting it on the power button. It's not working at the moment because I haven't configured it, and I will show you in just a moment how to configure and use this fingerprint sensor. Also, if you are a left-hand person, then you can use your index finger to configure that for the fingerprint sensor on the Sony Xperia X. So let's quickly get into this and see how can we configure this. So first of all, press the power button and let's get into the phone. From here we go into security settings, and after going to settings we get into Lockscreen and Security. There we go. And then we have on the very top, as you can see, a fingerprint manager. So we tap here and it asks you to just touch the fingerprint sensor to unlock your phone, author blah blah blah, and all that kind of stuff. And of course you will also need a PIN or a password as a backup, just in case if your fingerprint sensor fails to pick your fingerprint on your finger. Okay, so let's have a look. Set up the lock screen. There we go. So let's set up a pin first. Let's keep it very simple for now. So we say 1 2 3 4, continue 1 2 3 4. Okay, and now saying you wanted to all your notifications to come up on the screen. Yes, of course, done. Okay, and now the sensor is located on the power button on the right hand side of the phone, like I showed you earlier in the video. So now just press next, hold it like that with my thumb facing the fingerprint sensor, and there we go. Let's start configuring it. Okay, as you can see, it's pretty quick. To be honest, it's one of the quickest setups I have seen so far. I've had, as you know, plenty of phones, including the OnePlus 3, the Galaxy S7 Edge, HTC 10 and Huawei P9, but this seems to be the quickest setup. Not the quickest speed, but the quickest setup I've seen so far on any phone. Okay, so we can also add another. Say for instance I'm going to be using now, but if I'm a left-hand person, then I will be configuring my left index finger. There we go. I'll hold it as naturally as possible because I know that it's going to be just like that if I was to hold the phone with my left hand. As you can see, it's slightly more awkward as compared to your right hand, where the thumb gets really close to, and really it sits naturally on the fingerprint sensor. Here it's a bit unnatural, a slightly bit more difficult. However, I'm pretty sure it will work fine without any issues. Okay, so add another. I'm going to now use my index finger for my right hand as well, so let's do that. There we go. As you can see, it's going pretty quick, and this is definitely one of the quickest setups I've seen so far on any Android phone. The one on the OnePlus 3 was pretty quick as well, but this seems to be the easiest and quickest. There we go, done. Alright, so this is done now. Got the unlock, the screen unlock pin as well. Okay, so now let's turn the phone off. There we go, on standby, sorry, and let's see if that works. So you press, it doesn't work. Well, the reason I showed you this purposely is because unlike the OnePlus 3 where you just put your thumb and it opens up straight away, on the Sony Xperia X you have to actually press the button first physically and then allow the phone to unlock it. So it's more or less like the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, where you have to physically push the button first and then it picks up your fingerprint sensor. Okay, so there we go. Turn it off again. Now let's try this with the thumb. There we go, guys. Press it a little bit. There we go, and it should open up straight away. There we go. So like I said, as you can see, it is not the quickest. However, it's very, very convenient still, and a nice implementation by Sony. If you hold it properly and just press it just slightly, it picks you up your fingerprint sensor for your fingerprint straight away. Okay, now let's try the same thing with your left hand, because we configured, as you know, the left index finger. So let's try it with that one. Okay, it didn't pick up. There we go. Like I said, not the quickest, however, it's very, very nice. A different implementation, something different from the market. Okay, it didn't pick up this time. Let's try this again. No, finger moved too fast. Try again. There we go. Okay, as you can see, it is not as accurate as it is with the right hand, so slightly bit difficult and awkward if you're a left-hand person. Anybody who's left-handy and watching this video, you're surely going to have a slight bit of a problem with the fingerprint sensor. It might not be as accurate, so you might as well just hold the phone in your left hand and use the index finger on the right hand side, or use the thumb to open it out, but it's going to be slightly obviously awkward. So anybody who is a left-handy will most likely be using the right hand index finger to open this up, and that is if you really want a Sony phone. But from what I can see, it is slightly inconvenient for a lefty person, especially if you're going to be configuring your left index finger. There you go. It's not, there you go. Okay, so you got maybe attempt a few times, but it opens up. So for right-handed person, it's a good idea. However, for a left-handy, I don't think so it's going to be as accurate from what I can see so far. Let's try this again. Nope, a bit too quick. There we go. So I think the way it's going to work is you press the power button once, and then you put your finger though. There you go. It won't just do it straight away, or even if it does, it takes a few attempts. Nope. Okay, there you go. See, easier that way. So if you're left-handy and you insist on opening the phone with your left index finger, you press the power button once, and then you press again, and then it will open up your Sony Xperia X. So a nice implementation. Like I said, I find it convenient because I'm a right-handed person, so I don't find much of a problem opening the phone with me so far. In the first 24 to 48 hours of usage, it seems to be working almost nearly every time I've used it. However, like I said, for a left-hand person, you can find it slightly more difficult to use it, and it might not be as accurate as well. Okay, let's try it once more. Okay, as you can see, it's a bit problematic with the left index finger. Anyways guys, so this was a quick overview of the fingerprint sensor on the Xperia X. Hopefully you like my video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment section. And like always guys, please subscribe to my channel as it helps, and I shall see you in the next video.